We're Seth and Natalia. We bought Windrose, a 38-foot 1977 Custom Ingrid Atkins sailboat in Hawaii. We're working hard to restore her in preparation to untie from this island and sail the world. We wanted less things, and we wanted more memories. So we traded traditional living in order to live tiny, untethered, and on top of this beautiful ocean. We are excited to share our journey with you so you can see our world alongside us.
Still here, flipping coins about what's to come. It starts getting cold, and we don't know any way out of here. We try to understand how it all started to go wrong, but the sea is way too deep. Let it seem that we could ever go. We have to be
Alright, this is crazy. I am soaked. I don't know if you can see my skin. It's like I am soaked. So I just came in here to grab our GoPro. Hold on. You're wet too. Okay. Is that better? Yeah. So I just came in here to grab our GoPro because I was going to film a little bit more of the storm, but it's getting pretty crazy. One of our fenders actually slipped out, so I'm going to try to put it back in. It's just going to be really hard because the wind is actually coming into the harbor where it usually goes the other way. So I got to go get that back in. Seth is at work. I'm going to bring out these guns. Yeah, pretty crazy. All right, let's go do this. Slacking. Yeah. Well, yeah, it slid. Okay, do you want me up here? Okay, hold on. Alright. I actually did call Seth. I had his work number and I called in reinforcements because sometimes when you have a big boy type project, you need the big boys. You can't have this weak little girl. These may be big, but they are not mighty. So I got the one fender, but then our spring line came loose with like the track. So I was able to get the pin in, but I need help pushing so that I can push it all the way. And our boat is like sideways because of the waves. It's like pushing us into the dock. As you can see, the whole boat is moving. I don't know if you can see. Oh my goodness, I'm soaked. Like, look at my clothes. I am soaked. I'm just like so wet. I actually have the camera lens in here. Alright, this is our neighbor's boat, this trawler. And his boat last night when we were kind of securing the boat for the storm, actually this line chafed through completely and the stern of his boat like swung that way, which obviously wouldn't hit our boat because we're on this side of the dock, but we quickly jumped on his boat. I pulled the chafe line to keep the boat closed when Seth like tied up another line. So this storm is no joke. What kind of system is this?
Leverage.
Alright, Alright, let's talk about squalls. I just came in, changed my fit, and I just made myself a hot chocolate, and I put my hair up in this little turban because it's soaked, because I was just out in like torrential downpour. So squalls. What do we talk about squalls for? What is a squall? Let's start there, shall we? Ooh, squall definition. A sudden violent gust of wind or a localized storm, especially one bringing rain, snow, or sleet, low clouds, and squalls of driving rain. Or it could be a baby or a small child crying noisily and continuously. I can tell you it is not the verb of a child. It is the noun of a localized storm. Alright, so we have been preparing for this little squall that has been coming for a few days now. Usually the wind is going over the mountains out of the harbor, so we just kind of get lightly pushed away from the dock. This is actually pushing us into the dock, so we have lined up like 6 fenders on our starboard side. Takes me a second to still know that from the top of my head, because I always feel like the stern, this is the front of the boat, but this is actually the stern and that's the bow, so starboard. Anyways, we've been prepping. It's also been raining. We've been just seeing a couple little leaks from the windows and different things that we've been sealing up just in preparation, because it's heavy rain and it is heavy wind. It has been pretty crazy to see, but we feel like we are prepped. This is what obviously boats can handle, squalls. It's not like an official like level 5 hurricane, it's just a squall coming in. Lines can chafe through, so I want to make sure our lines are good and that we just double it up. We also have the Springer lines, we've got everything set, we've got the fenders. We should be all good to go, but we just want to like double check and triple check, and then it's just nice because we can keep an eye on it during the day, which is usually the strongest part of the wind, has been like the mornings and then like the evening times, so we've been able to keep an eye on it. Alright, so I'm gonna go head back out there, but what was pretty trippy last night is when we were prepping the boat, I came back in and I had prepped Seth's coffee because he leaves early in the morning, and it was like in a mason jar, and I like got up to just like check the companionway and everything, and then the mason jar just slowly like moved on the counter, so it was just really funny, very trippy when the boat's kind of tilted, but it's obviously not like a dangerous squall, so there's no like fear there, but it's more of just like the prepping the boat and just like a little bit of like, woo, this is pretty crazy. So it's just interesting time. So that's living in Hawaii in the winter. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe so that you can catch our video next week. See ya!